One of the big decisions that a real estate agent makes is when is the right time to hire an assistant, a virtual assistant, just get some help. And I've been in this conversation for the last 12 years as a business coach, and it's been very, very challenging to help that agent bridge the gap. Those agents that did hire the assistant, hire the virtual assistant, the ones that are really good, they brag about it, and they are the envy of those of us that have either tried and failed or that are still wondering how to do it, when to do it. Is it going to work for us? So in today's video, I want to walk you through my latest insights on what does it take really for an agent to have the confidence to be able to hire either a virtual assistant or an executive assistant, that next team member, to help them scale and grow their business. I've identified 5 phases of the process, and I'm going to walk you through those right now. Phase number 1 is the recognition that you're at your limit of capacity. And understanding that there are things that you are doing that are $5 an hour, $10 an hour, $20 an hour items. And the truth is, if you are doing those higher income earning activities between lead generation, spending time with your clients, doing really good marketing initiatives, you could be making a lot more money, but you're at your limit. So phase 1 is just the recognition of your limitations. Phase number 2 is usually where everybody is falling completely short. Writing out your list. What do I mean by this? Write out the list of the things that you would delegate, the things that are low dollar per hour items that someone else could potentially do. What I found is a lot of the agents who hired the virtual assistant or hired an executive assistant and it did not work for them, it's because you didn't have a good list. That is the number one thing. So when you have a really good list and you're building your list, oh my gosh, I'd love to get rid of that. I'd love to get rid of this. I'd love to get rid of that. I'd love to get rid of this. You start to think like a systems builder. And that is a really important first step. Now, there's an advanced step in phase number 2. The advanced step, so for those of you that maybe have an assistant right now, have a virtual assistant right now, you really want to be looking and building your organizational chart. An organizational chart meaning that I want to be developing this role versus that role. So for me, as I was transitioning recently and I hired a virtual assistant and I'm hiring a full-time virtual marketing assistant, what I did is I wrote out my list. What do I want that executive assistant at the virtual level, what do I want them to do? How could I get myself some time back? And I was writing, and I had a really nice list. Okay, but that list is very different than what the marketing person would do. And my marketing person list, that one started to get really long. Managing my email marketing, YouTube, Facebook ads, Facebook organic, Instagram, business page, LinkedIn, Google Business Profile, website, blogs. Today's episode is sponsored by Sphere Rocket VA. Most of you are going to be asking me anyways, Patrick, who is the virtual assistant company that you recommend for us to explore and to learn more about? Sphere Rocket VA, they passed all of the biggest tests for me. As most of you know, I know all of the major virtual assistant companies in the real estate industry. And when I went through every single thing that they do differently than all of the other companies that we know in the industry, that is what impressed me. So I moved forward with them myself. I want you guys to book an appointment with them. I do have a special offer. I'm going to be doing this with a bunch of my coaching clients. If you sign up prior to May 1st, please let me know that you have a VA. Mostly if you're thinking about a full-time marketing VA. If that's you, send me an email. Let me know that you signed up. And then I'm going to add you into a group of my coaching clients and friends where we're going to be working with our marketing VAs after May 1st. All right, let me know. Check them out anyways for all of your additional needs. Use my sponsorship link down below. Back to the episode. Oh my gosh. That's a really long list of things to do over there. Now, the person helping me at the executive level is a totally different person with different skill sets. I don't want this person doing any of that stuff. This is what, my friends, this is called building your organizational chart. So, advanced step of phase 2 is that you take that list and put it into roles. Now, phase number 3. This is where the rubber meets the road, which is it's all about gaining confidence that you could delegate those items. Now, again, I deal with so many great real estate agents, and the best ones are a little bit control freakish. Yeah. The best ones have really high standards of how they do things, right? The best ones really do provide great service and great care to their customers. So how in the world, Patrick, could I delegate all of me to my great customers? They expect it from me. Yes, confidence. So as you're looking at list from phase 2, you have to look at the list on a regular basis. It needs to be written. You need to be able to see it every day. It needs to kind of haunt you every day. And then in the gaining confidence zone, you start to go, after you're looking at that list, you're like, oh, I probably could delegate that if I were to be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And recently, from a great VA company that I use, they sent me this book right here, How to Buy Back Your Time. And as I was reading this book, there was a couple frameworks. Oh, if I used that framework that he was recommending, I could delegate that thing on the list. Oh, if I used the Loom screen record and I recorded myself and talked into the camera on how I would do the Facebook thing, how I use my Canva account, how I, manage my email with my folders, right? How I manage my calendar, how I do these other things over here. If I just recorded myself talking to them, I would feel more confident that I could delegate that off. So really in the phase 3 is either learning techniques, leadership skills, the ability to be able to delegate your high standards or to delegate off systems. That is where the rubber meets the road. Phase number 4. This is where it gets exciting. So a lot of my coaching clients and my friends, including myself, we hit that ceiling of what we can do, our time constraints. We just keep bumping up against it, and it's not good. But if you're like me and like my clients, we're exposed to all these other great opportunities, these other opportunities for growth, for creating more income, to improving our systems, improving our business, spending more time in quality time with our customers and making a big difference. There's all of these incredible additional opportunities that we start to learn about, but then what happens is you just can't execute on them because of the lack of time. But really in phase 4, what you start to realize is oh my gosh, if I had more time back, if I could delegate those things off, I would have more time to go do that project, that project, that project, that project. And those projects would make me a fortune if I could get to them. That is the key step of phase 4, is that your list of epic projects that would improve your production and income and improve your business, they're right there and you have a list of them. Then phase 5. Phase 5 is where I was at just recently, which is I was so upset that I didn't have someone helping me take those things off my plate so I can go do those things. It's really the I'm sick and tired moment. You start to get really irritated. Like the next time you do one of those activities that's on your list and you're doing it and you're just like, I wish I could just get this off my plate and be doing other things. That is a great moment. That's the moment that you know you are ready to hire either a virtual assistant or to hire an executive assistant. My friends, there are so many great resources today on the virtual assistant side. I've got some that I'm recommending. There's some great resources there. There's some great companies and services that will do headhunting for you. There's some great training programs that exist in our industry. All of the what to do and how to do it to get that help is available to you. So where are you at in the 5 phases? Most of you just need to work on your list, work on the roles, and gain more confidence. Most of you need to do that. So let me know how I could support you. I'll be providing some more resources for you guys moving forward. Down below in the description, I'll have some recommendations of some books and some companies that I'm recommending. So take a look down below. Today's episode is sponsored by Sphere Rocket VA. Most of you are going to be asking me anyways, Patrick, who is the virtual assistant company that you recommend for us to explore and to learn more about? Sphere Rocket VA, they passed all of the biggest tests for me. As most of you know, I know all of the major virtual assistant companies in the real estate industry. And when I went through every single thing that they do differently than all of the other companies that we know in the industry, that is what impressed me. So I moved forward with them myself. I want you guys to book an appointment with them. I do have a special offer. I'm going to be doing this with a bunch of my coaching clients. If you sign up prior to May 1st, please let me know that you have a VA. Mostly if you're thinking about a full-time marketing VA. If that's you, send me an email. Let me know that you signed up, and then I'm going to add you into a group of my coaching clients and friends where we're going to be working with our marketing VAs after May 1st. All right, let me know. Check them out anyways for all of your additional needs. Use my sponsorship link down below.